Hello everyone, session 4. Sorry, I'm a little bit late to jump on live. I had a few things go wrong, but it's all good because I am here and I'm excited. I'm looking for my other laptop. So I did that. Pop that over here. I'm just looking to get the link. I'll send it out, make sure everyone knows that today is all about revealing how to create structure, launch and do really well with your own mastermind. Okay, so I've been getting some fabulous questions through and it's nice to see that it's kind of really making those ideas bubble over. You reconsider what you're doing, because if things aren't sort of flowing and feeling like you're on the right track, then just sort of sticking it out and really like trying to put one foot in front of the other may not be what you need. You might just need to shift the action that you're taking to sort of open up a whole new round of opportunities for your business, okay? So I'm not here to say, throw everything out and, toss out the baby with the bathwater or anything. Hello, hi Jeffrey, how are you? I've been seeing your beautiful posts in the homework thread. I hope you're not feeling too overwhelmed. I'm just going to grab this link here. Too overwhelmed with the feminine energy in here. I think you might be the only guy. I think you slipped in, but you're a welcome addition. So thanks for being here, and it's nice when people comment and let me know. And obviously you can hear and see me, which I love. And if my kids who are at home on school holidays are not going to chew up all the bandwidth in my home right now, I'm just going to grab that post and pop it out on my messages. But hopefully you've also seen, hi Christine, thanks for going live. I loved that, how brave. And Jeffrey, husband and father of 3 daughters, you're right at home. Okay, yeah, you're used to the feminine energy then. That works. And I noticed that your clients were women too, women business owners. So you're in the right place. I'm sure a lot of people could use your help in here. So feel free to give yourself a shout out or let us know more about how you can help us. I know in one of the homework threads you had that there, which was great. This is where it makes it really difficult for people to find all the lives in here. I have put all the previous sessions. Hi Cass, good to have you here. The previous sessions on, here we go, on a page, victoriagibson.com/recap, okay? Previous sessions, homework slides, maybe Anise put some additional parts on there, I hope. She did a great job of pulling that together. So if you need to review anything, someone like Christine and Jeffrey, you guys have been on here live. I think I'm a little bit, oh sorry, I don't mean to put my hand right over there. I was just gonna move the camera. It always feels a little wonky. That feels wonky too. Anyway, I don't like having my head up that high, but then I didn't like that being up so high. So, okay, let me grab that link. Then I can send people the direct link on Messenger. So if you use bots yourself, it makes it a little bit easier when people have the direct link to the broadcast, particularly because we've got so much in here. At the moment, it can be a bit confusing, right? So it's nice to be able to let them know. Okay, because we've got quite a few people who've signed up for those reminders. Hi Heidi, nice to see you here. I think it's great to be able to put those in. We are actually also, I know I've got the 4 key trainings. I'm just on a live-a-thon. It's like I'm doing my own telethon this week, but I'm going to do some bonus trainings over one tomorrow, excuse me, one tomorrow and one on Tuesday and Wednesday. That's Aussie time. So it'd be Friday, Monday, Tuesday, US time. That I'll be coming in doing some more laser focused training. So never fear, like go through the recap, go through what we've got, but I'm going to be doing some extra trainings as well. I like to over deliver as best I can, and just sending that off, get that out of my way. Great, done. And I was about to tell you what I'm going to be talking about, and I absolutely cannot remember. but I know I have it on here somewhere. So let me find it for you. Geez, I'm so organized. I tell you what, you just wouldn't believe the things I do with my disorganized brain, I tell you. How to nail your next webinar. So webinars have been coming up a little bit. So we'll do a session tomorrow on that. I might even, if you want to, talk more about how we do just a lo-fi webinar where you could do more like your live trainings. We talked about that a little bit yesterday on how to use the power of Facebook to get more leads, traffic and sales. So if you missed yesterday's session, that's session 3. We talked all about how you could activate a training much like this in a group or just start going live. Hence why the beautiful Christine had gone live. I saw there were a few posts in there, so I'm going to make sure I haven't missed anyone else. Because I think it's very brave doing that. And I loved your lives too, Christine. So that was awesome. Thank you very much for participating. And because you went above and beyond, I have decided, because you really got in there. You're getting that Sephora gift card, Christine. That is all yours. Can you just, I think we're friends on Facebook already. Can you message me with your email address and I'll send that out? I haven't forgotten about you, Abby. I haven't sent yours yet. I sent, whose did I send the other day? Michelle's. So, yeah, just send me that and let me know because you've done beautifully, which is great. So, well done. How did that feel? Did you enjoy it? It's good just to get it out there. Once you start doing them, they're just, easy. Obviously, you've already been doing some in your group, but it's good to kind of share that with everyone else. So, welcome. I think you can see more people filing on now, especially as I just let out that link, let people know. Otherwise, it makes it a bit hard to go through the whole page. But anyway, you found it. And I know you're here. I mean, this time I made it super clear that really we're sharing all about, you did win something, Christine, all about creating your own mastermind and really why it's the best model for 2020. You're not going to convince me otherwise, unless you have a huge list and you're bringing in sales every day on autopilot. As I said, oh, cheers. There we go. I'm just going to kick the phone stand here. As I said yesterday, I do have some clients that I coach in how to generate recurring revenue with their online course. They've got something that's working and, it's opened up and it's great. So that's no issue. They're still in my mastermind too. But I believe that for most experts, coaches, consultants, speakers, authors, whatever you like to say, most of you guys are kind of coaches and consultants, right? A mastermind method is just the fastest, easiest way to get started, delivering a whole lot more revenue than just like the little one-off sales that you can get from online courses. And also just, it makes your business more fun. I swear it makes it more fun because you get the opportunity to really see step by step the transformation you're getting for your clients. But if you are already seeing that one-on-one with your clients, you get the opportunity to open up leverage for you and you're just start to breathe. This is not just if you're a coach, by the way. I heard this term the other day, if you're I heard it, the Americans called it a lever puller, we call it a lever puller. Hi Cheryl, yay, you made it live, good to have you here. A lever puller, right? Maybe then Jeffrey, this sounds like what you do, where you actually get things done for people. Now, I used to be a lever puller as a Facebook ad specialist, right? I'd run, and I still have some high-end clients that I do that for. Well, mainly just one, because I don't do that a lot, because I love a lot of leverage. And what I found when I was doing Facebook ads was that it was no leverage. I was like all times of the day, every hour, having to check what those ads doing. The client sends emails, hey, where's my sales? Because people get super panicky with their Facebook ads, right? So, you'd be getting emails all the time. I'd be having to check the ads wouldn't work. I'd have to go in, I'd have to change them. It was difficult when I had a lot of clients at a time. One client is fine because I know where they're at and I can get their ads working. That's actually the client that brings in $9,000 sales at a cost per acquisition of $300. So we have got that dialed in, but I can still keep adding and testing things, and she's got different events and we work with that. So that's fun for me, but it was not fun for me when I had I think at one time I had 10 or 15 ads clients. Now, if you're running an Facebook advertising agency, like hats off to you. It was not for me because I am not, as you can tell when I get on here and I can't find all my stuff, I'm not that systemized and organized, right? There's some people that an agency model works super well for because they are process driven and they've got some great systems. They're not resistant to having systems and a team. And you need that for, it's still great to have that for a mastermind. But trust me, because I am not a systems and team person, I've got by with just one person for a long, long time. And you can too. Sure, it's a great idea to be able to build out a team and do all those things. But there's also the pressure and the stress of making sure that the team are happy, that you've got the money coming in each month to invest in your team. So if you want to say, hey, I want to start helping people, I want to start working in a much more leveraged way, then a mastermind is a really, really good opportunity to do that. Now, often I find from the people who are the lever pullers or the people actually doing the work, but how could I do that in a group? My clients won't want to do that in a group, particularly people like copywriters, maybe even Christine. I mean, I think the book offer and opportunity is perfect for a mastermind. And as I said to you the other day, I've seen it done really, really well by a lot of people, and they have been able to bring several $100,000 a month in doing that mastermind. So that's why I know it works. But people who are doing the work find it really difficult to see how they could do that as a mastermind. But I have actually done Facebook ads as a mastermind as well, where people have wanted to get their campaigns up and running, and I've had people come in and do that, and we've been able to do that in a group really, really well. I might just flick off some of these messages as they come up. Oh, jeepers, I didn't put my phone on flight mode. Oh, don't mind me. Oh, see, now someone will call or something. I forgot to do that. Anyway, hopefully nobody does. I better get cracking to make sure no one calls. Anyway, I did that with Facebook ads. It's all possible. So when we look at the term of what a mastermind is, oh God, Danette, you are systems guru. I am anti-systems, but I'm embracing them so much more. I'm, after all these years, I'm putting things in place to make sure that, they really are the key to growing. I know they've been a total resistance point for me, completely. Hello, Georgie. How are you? Welcome. I'm glad to have you in the group. So, I want you to think also, a lot of people might think, oh, if I'm doing a mastermind, I'm going to have to be there a lot. But you're still doing this online and in person. Yeah, Christine, you were in my Facebook ads mastermind. You loved it, right? Like that was, if the people are thinking, oh no, but I just want you to do my ads. Well, in a mastermind, you still can help people get things done. You can open things up. In my current mastermind, I still, jump into their account and set up some ads or retweak or let them know, hey, that's what you've got going on. I'm added in their business manager so I can look in there and see what's going on with their ads. So, and I have the space to do that because we've got a small group, right? So really some people are asking me, well, I've had some messages from people saying, well, have I already got a mastermind, right? And look, there is a sort of looseness to the definition. It's not like, right, here you go. Here is your cookie cutter. Everybody must do 3 months of $5,000 and a $5,000 price point. And they must do a live weekly group call. They must do a monthly one-on-one, and they must do have an online course component. By the way, that's a really good way to start, right? It's an easy kind of conversion at the $5,000. It's a commitment of doing a weekly live group call once, weekly, as I said, weekly 1 to 2 hours, right? So 2 hours a week to easily help up to 20 to 30 people. And then maybe you have a couple of days with one-on-ones if you add the one-on-one. So typically I like to say, add the one-on-one if you don't have as much of your methodology, which is what I help people create, that repeatable steps of their system. If you don't have that created in your online curriculum that they can access at their own pace, then you might want to do more one-on-ones because you've got to work a little bit more to get them there. Hi, Jenna. Nice to see you. I saw your message the other day too. I know we got cut off on the call, but I knew you had what you needed, so that's all good. So, so that's a great model to be saying, okay, well, I could serve 20 to 30 people. So how much, even, I like doing that on a rolling enrollment. I don't like open and close because, do you know why I don't like open and close? I do not like open and close because it creates this launch stress, right? So my program on my mastermind, hi Sally, nice to see you. My mastermind is open all the time. What changes? So for example, in this period, I'm going to be telling you, okay, here's the training. We're taking down the training. You can join at a special price, but really I'm just going to be offering, if you want to jump on a quick call and find out if it's a fit, find out how you could create your mastermind offer and step that out, and I'll tell you about all the elements that are involved in that. Then you can join before next Thursday and you can get bonuses and you can get it at a great price that will go up. So last time we did this, we had it at a different price. Then now it's at a special price that will change as well. But truth is, you can join at any time. It's just you won't get the bonuses and the incentive price that we've got for something like this. Hi Chelsea, welcome. Yeah, Georgie, right? The stress, it's just like you're running around. There's all the different moving parts and pieces. That's why I say don't do open and close, because guess what? You do all this like, climbing to the top of the mountain, and then maybe you don't hit your numbers. It feels a bit demoralizing. And then you shut the doors and you're like, shit, how am I going to get more people now? Right, I've got that money. Oops, that went to here. And now the following month, because the program, say, goes for 3 months, what happens is, yeah, you get these big spikes of cash coming in, but then if you allocate it, then you start to feel a bit like, oh, I don't have that flow of recurring revenue. Hey, Kathy, hopefully your friend was in the group. If not, let me know. And yeah, nice to see you, Chelsea. Great to have you here. We're talking all about masterminds today, and I'm excited to share that very point that it's variable, right? We can create a mastermind has a variable definition, but what I'm saying is let's look at evergreen, let's look at rolling, the power of it. You can still activate with some launch activities, much like I'm doing now. My program is always open. I've been offering masterminds since 2013. July 2013 was the first one I did, and I haven't stopped since then. So that also, oh, cool. Okay, Chelsea, victoriagibson.com/recap will get you all the replays in one spot for after this. But stay live, because the live ones are the most fun, because I get your comments, I see what's going on, I can answer your questions live, and you get all the juicy goodness. So yeah, so what I was saying, rolling or evergreen gives you the ability to create leads, traffic and sales every single day without the pressure of the launch, right? So without doing all your, I keep saying Jeff Walker product launch formula, because it's a lot of like what people talk about in their industry, right? They go, most people have tried it, or most people have seen the old 4 video series, and you know, this is, you do a seed launch, or you do these things. And I mean, he's a genius, he's a great guy. I'm not pulling that down at all. But what I've seen I've never really get my shit together enough to do one of those. I think I've done 2 since I started online way back in 2010. And I tell you, it was like, wipe the sweat off your brow. It's so stressful, and it never quite converts as you think it should. And you put all this energy and time into it, and you paid to get these videos done. I mean, I was lucky. Georgie's here who knows Jody Jealous as well. But Jody Jealous, one of my friends, she'd always like film my videos, which was fantastic. And we'd have an absolute hoot. We'd normally go to Bali and film them, and you know, may as well rather than pay a video production place. And she'd do a great job of filming them, but it was such an effort, right? And yes, Chelsea, so what I'll show you is that the price will be activated if you do a live launch, for example. So what I'm doing now, doing a live launch, I'll offer an incentive and over a period, and incentive pricing over the period. But regularly, I will offer it at a higher price, but I will also perhaps offer an incentive on a call, right? So if people decide to jump on a call, I'll provide an incentive for them there. So there is an opportunity for you guys to book a call with me. I'll let you know more about that, but even if you want to get there and grab the limited times that are there, it's victoriagibson.com/call. So what I like to do is reward fast action, right? So there's got to be some reason to get people to take action. Because guess what happens? Our bodies normally or our brain normally tells us, no, I don't want to change. No, that would be risky. It would be risky to invest in a mastermind, right? Like, how many people feel that way? I know that I've felt that way. Oh, should I do it? I mean, one time I did, I'm not advising this, but I did invest in $100,000 a year mastermind. Now, that was because I knew that some of the big guys had done that before, and I was like, oh my God, that'd be fantastic. And look, it was nothing to do with the mentor. That wasn't the right fit for me, but I take full accountability for that. But do you know what happened to me? The $100,000 played on my head so badly. I'm thinking, I've got to get a return on this. That I couldn't take action. I think I didn't believe that I could make it work. So it was a bit of a mindset issue for me there. So I'm definitely not saying to go and invest in a $100,000 mastermind. It should feel like a little bit of a push, right? It should feel like a bit of a stretch, but not so much that it's going to put you into some kind of paralysis and make you forever rue the day you invested in it, right? What it should be is a stretch, but also just a feeling of, I feel supported. You're not abdicating your responsibility in making sure this goes right. There's the power of this collaboration, but it should feel like a stretch, but it should also feel like you're supported and lifted to go where you need to go, right? And that's what you want to create. But obviously, as soon as you start increasing your prices, and you might feel uncomfortability with this even offering it at a higher price, right? And I'm definitely not here to say, hey, stick 3 zeros on the end for the sake of it. I like to get quite kind of specific about pricing, and I know where things convert, where you'll feel comfortable within yourself at a price, because if that doesn't happen, it's like a pair of shoes that doesn't fit, that you go out to the races like I do. And I don't go out in uncomfortable shoes to the races anymore, but I used to sometimes, and by golly, all day long, they're pinching on your feet and you do not feel at your best, right? And so if you have stretched yourself too far and it just feels wrong, it won't work. People will pick up on it and it's just going to go because you do not believe that you're worth it, right? So we've got to put together that confidence for you in your pricing, but also allow you to stop undercharging and over delivering. The amount of people I hear having online courses that are $297, but they, give live one-on-one help, they're in the group all the time, or they're on Messenger or Voxer or whatever, for 6 months or whatever, and they go, yeah, it's $397. Well, that's just setting yourself up to hate what you're doing, okay? So you want it to be at a price that allows people to see you as the high value solution, right? That you want to kind of establish yourself as quality, right? Think about it, how much there is implied quality in just investing at a higher amount. So I'm not saying I'm not saying we just stick a price on it that's arbitrary. It's got to have value. It's got to be filled with value, and value that you feel and value that your client feels, okay? But what I was saying before, I got off track, Chelsea, about the incentive, was that of course we all just want to go and think about it. So you want to be able to reward people for not taking all that time to think about it, and likely that they don't go ahead, right? Despite the fact that they need it. Most of the time, people you're talking to in any of your, what I'd like to call conversion events, but really in any of your connection and your outreach, whether it be a Facebook Live, or whether it be a call, whether it be a live workshop, right? Or a retreat. Like, they're coming, that you will generally be able to help them, right? The beauty of a call is that you can diagnose if you can or you can't and be unattached to that. So you're committed to helping them, but you're unattached to the outcome, okay? That frees you up from feeling this kind of attachment to the sale. And people pick up as soon as you start to kind of guide things or move things, or hey, so do you want to join? And really, if you don't invest in yourself, you're not going to be able to move your business forward, or you're not going to be able to get this transformation. You're not going to be able to lose this weight. As soon as people feel any of that stuff, it just feels ick. People do not like it, okay? And you will not be able to convert on calls. And I think that's why a lot of people hate having calls. But I like to just call them planning calls, or price breakthrough calls for me, or course planning calls, next steps. We can map out what your next steps would be. I can diagnose where you're at, give you ideas. And I tell you what, I've had plenty of people that I've had calls with that go away, they don't invest in my program, and that is totally fine, because more often than not, they won't, right? You work on an average of kind of 1 in 4 people saying yes, and you're doing well, you're converting well. So we don't have to judge that means that we're shit and that no one wants to buy our stuff. What it means is that, yeah, we're on track. It's okay, right? So I think that that's really important to realize, is that most people want to say no, especially to a higher value offer. Sometimes it's because they don't trust themselves. They've tried things before. In this realm, for me, I find a lot of people have invested in pretty shitty options, or they haven't done the work and haven't got the result out of it, or they've stretched themselves too far and they weren't ready, or just for whatever reason the program wasn't a fit. They didn't have a great experience, and they're not either trusting themselves, or because of that they don't trust me because they feel like that would be the same as what they've done, right? So that can absolutely happen, in that, you know, that time and time again people will say no because they're afraid, and that is okay. I'm not here to browbeat anyone into moving forward if they're afraid. Hopefully I can illuminate a path that makes sense for them and that it feels like it's a fit and they're confident to move forward instead, right? So hopefully that makes sense. Cass, you've said cost, you set yours at $997 per month for a mastermind, but should it be more $697? It can be $997. You could have it at $2,000 a month if you want, right? It's just got to look at what value you're creating within your program, okay? So what's going to make sense in terms of the support they get moving forward. So yours is more of a personal development opportunity. So, you know, it's got to be like, okay, if you're offering, perhaps there's some, you know, there's weekly or daily touch points, whatever they might be. It just depends. I'd have to have a look on what exactly I know your proposition, but I'm not sure on all your deliverables. I know you sent it to me in a message. I can't think of them right now. But when you're saying, should it be $697 or $997? It's kind of like, if you can convert at $697, you can convert at $997. What is more powerful is how are you going to convert? I know you were kind of talking about, okay, great, I want to go on a platform and then invite them into my program. Well, whoa up, because we've got to put something in the middle there. What we've got to put in is an opportunity for them to have some more personal connection with you, an opportunity for them to see that you can give them results in advance, right? So that's what we need in between, which is usually a conversion event. So if you don't have a webinar, or you don't have a video series or live component like this planned, then it's unlikely that you're going to be getting enough people even interested in talking to you. A download isn't going to work. I see a lot of coaches out there teaching other people, that's fine, do some ads and then, you know, here's a download and then invite them to a call. No, that doesn't work. People need more from you. They need to see more from you first, right? Particularly if you don't have a big audience, or if people don't know who the hell you are. The good news is it doesn't matter if people don't know who you are now. We can easily change that using the power of Facebook, okay? So we can do that, but we also need the power of a conversion event. And without one of those, you will struggle, right? And you've got to get a high converting one. Because what we can see, say in a funnel, is great, we start to build our list with Facebook ads, and we get email opt-ins anywhere from $1 to $5 generally, okay? So say if we take $1,000, I knew I should have brought my calculator again because it's on my phone, and let me get it on my computer, right? So say we have $1,000. Say our program is that $5,000 offer. That's three months. We do an initial onboarding call, we do weekly group calls, we have an online curriculum, and they might get Messenger access to us, or Voxer voicemail access, or email support, for example, or there's a Slack group, or there's some done with you work, for example, right? That's kind of what I do in mine, where we have the laser coaching, we have the online curriculum, we have the done with you work with Facebook ads. Chelsea, no, it's not. Running an ad is absolutely not mandatory. I was talking about that yesterday in the Facebook session. I know you missed those, but not mandatory. If you've got enough of a list, if you've got enough of a Facebook group to get in and tap into, you don't necessarily need to run an ad. You need to just have conversion events. That is, where are you demonstrating value, results in advance, and then creating an offer for them to make them next step, okay? So say, for example, you are starting from scratch. You don't have a Facebook group, or you don't have an email list, then you may want to start using ads to get things moving, right? And there's, of course, there's a raft of free strategies, and I'll advise my clients on those as well. They can definitely plug in there, and you can integrate both. That's where it's going to be most powerful. But what I like about is just keeping it simple. Here's one traffic source. We go to one conversion event. We go to one program, and we just build that out to 7 figures. If that's a path to 7 figures, just one. The power of one. Or just getting it to nice multi 6 figures. That's a nice income. Most people in corporate, even high up. I mean, I know my corporate job that I left 10 years ago, I was making 140 grand a year, right? That was after, working in the industry for a while, heading up a shopping center and having a degree, right? Well, now I don't want to earn 140 grand a year. That's not enough, right? But I have the opportunity to earn multi 6 figures in this business. I could get a minimum kind of 25K a month over the last, say, 6 years, 6-7 years minimum if you average it out. That's each and every month. So that's making sales, even if it's not every day, it's like every other day. Because with a mastermind, the difference, one of the key differences as well is that we take, not instead of the one-off revenue of an online course, we start to create recurring revenue. So it's kind of like a high-end membership. I've talked in the other sessions about how a low-end membership is just a nightmare for most people, and most people cannot get it to work. This is kind of like a high-end membership. It can be anywhere from $350 to my past mastermind used to, but when I did it for 12 months, I did retreats, so we did a lot of in-person in there. They used to be $1,800 a month, right, for 12 months. Now, at the moment, at the special price, it's $750 a month, right? So because we don't have the retreats in there, but still get all the things moving and everything happening. So you can join from wherever you are in the world. You can get custom advice. You can get done with you, like Facebook ads done for you, set up with Facebook ads. But Facebook ads aren't the be all and the end all. We have a lot of strategies going that don't even touch ads, okay? I give you templates and resources to get started with your webinars. I give you copy advice. I edit things. So I personally review those elements to get you moving your clients from cold to converted, right? That's essentially what you need. You need a lead generation system. Just an ad to a, hey, here's my program, or an ad to a sales page is very rarely going to work for most people. I'm not absolute in saying it doesn't work. I've seen it work for some people. Most people, it doesn't. But the ability of having a mastermind is having that tailored custom support. I'll know what's right for you based on your level of experience, based on the category you're in. And I mean, if we talk categories, I know I was going to calculate something for you and I went off on a tangent. I'll come back to that. But if we talk strategies or kind of clients that are categories, not strategies, categories, I'll just pull it up so I'll keep myself on track. I wanted to even give you some ideas of, the type of business owners I've had. We've had cat groomers. Yeah, I've worked with people who teach cat groomers, not just a cat grooming salon, but like cat grooming is an industry, people. People get their cats groomed. Who even knew that? You know, those big fluffy cats, you get them all clipped. They have to, by the way, I'll go off on a tangent here, but they have to have, I learned a lot about cat grooming in having this mastermind client, but they have to put like this helmet on the cats because they scratch and bite and whatever. Anyway, I know they do that with dogs, but who knew it with cats? Certification to become a cat groomer, right? So I've worked with that. I've worked with, what else? What are some of the, I've got so many different ones that come up, and I'm trying to remember some of the more odd ones because it's so interesting to see how the same model can apply. So even with the cat grooming, that was kind of almost like a certification in that you could start running your own cat grooming business, right? You'd have it all that you need. I've had people do interior design certifications. I've had people do tarot, energy healing, relationship resurrection, or relationship breakdown or preventing relationship breakdown. What else have I seen? Maybe even like dating after loss or dating after divorce, confidence kind of element, but more specific because general confidence doesn't work. We've got to go really specific, and we talked about that in session 2 in messaging, right? I can't think of any of my other wacky or crazy ones, but trust me, I've seen all elements of the spectrum. It's not, you know, I've helped people with crystal healing certifications as well. But then we've gone, you know, Facebook ads or doing website and sales pages and things like that, like how to get your funnels worked out. Like, so anything from self-development, business to whatever. So I cut across all of those elements, but I'm teaching the same approach or the same system, how to get a high converting message to market, how to set up, maintain and optimize a lead generation plan that is activated. So we know we've got that clear path from cold to client, okay? And that's what I'm helping them do, using the power of their messaging, using a powerful conversion event, and getting having a delivery method that allows you to get high-end monthly recurring revenue. Over a period, it can be 3, 6, or 12 months. Generally, I recommend going for the 12 months because each time you get a yes, you've locked in that recurring revenue for the next 12 months. So it's really powerful because it starts to build upon itself. So that means that you only need a couple of clients a month to make it, you know, new clients, I mean. So not just, you might have 2 clients if that's your income target, but 2 additional clients because people are locked in and you get that beautiful recurring effect. That's why I say do not go with open and close. Because you sort of get, like I said yesterday, you get to the end and you're like, oops, I forgot to like go and launch the next one. Or you have to sort of have some downtime before you do the next one, and then the money's not coming in. And that kind of energy just keeps you a bit stuck and frozen, right? So, okay, Christine, can I ask why you no longer do the retreats, just planning your Bali retreat? It's just been more that I prefer to have people working with people over a longer time. So I used to have one-off retreats to Bali and they were great. But I just sort of haven't got it together, Christine, to have the inclination. They were like really intensive in terms of doing them as a one-off. When they were part of my rolling 12-month mastermind, I really love them. But what I've found is that because I'm in Australia, I have a lot of American clients. Not a lot of US clients really want to come to Australia. So I'd rather just kind of take them off the table for now because I found that I can get just as greater results, intimacy, support and connection in the group without them. So I felt like, yeah, I'd rather make it more accessible. It's been able to bring the price down too, make it a lot easier for people to jump in and get started working with me. So that's hopefully answers your question. But I love them. They were my favorite thing to do. I really enjoyed them, but I just sort of started going, okay, well, let me reimagine what this could be. So if you're doing a Bali retreat, it's great. You'll probably find, I don't know how you find filling them. I find now a lot more people are doing them too. So you need to get really smart about how you convert people into those as well. And Kathy, yes, I run a Facebook ads course, but I don't do the mastermind. So that's really just because it's integrated in with this. So if you want to learn how to run your Facebook ads, then you come and do this because we will get that up and running. And because this is the thing, everyone goes, well, I just need my Facebook ads working. But what happens is they get their Facebook ads working and then next month they kind of don't work, so they still need some ongoing support. Then they start filling, because Facebook is kind of like, you know, brilliant. When it turns it on, it turns it on. Things will start converting. You'll start going, okay, hang on a minute. Now I've got all these clients. How do I deliver this well? How do I still protect my time? How do I not get burnt out? How do I change my prices now that I'm full? Now that I've done my introductory offer, what else should I do? What should I be doing over the next 6 months? I've got this problem client. What should I do with them, right? So it's one problem that just that you get sorted, but you'll have another problem. So what I was finding is I get people into the Facebook ads mastermind. I'd share with them, you know, one ad strategy, get one campaign up and running. But really, that wasn't the only solution to their problem. They needed the delivery, the conversion event, the conversion of the conversion event, right? Needed help. Okay. So what I found was it was just sort of one kind of strategy, and then it would pull me off my main focus of having my main group. So that's why I don't. There is a $47 ads course available that I just sell on autopilot, but most people do need that kind of one-on-one assistance. So hopefully that answers your question. Because I am living, breathing proof that I have gone off on shiny objects. I thought, okay, I'll do that, I'll do this, I'll do that. And do you know what? Now I just go, hey, this is what I'm good at. I'm good at showing you how to create that one beautiful, get clients, one set of clients, one very specific market, one traffic source, one offer, and have one great business, because that is ease and flow, people, right? Absolutely. And it's really easy to get distracted, and you create different things. And every time that energy that you need to create that new thing, you could be spending optimizing the thing you've got, right? So it's really easy to get pulled off in a different direction, because what you've got is that you haven't got your lead gen and your conversion dialed in on your main offer, so you think you better create another offer. But guess what? All the time and energy it takes to deliver that next offer is pulling away from the offer that could get there, right? It's so funny how we believe that a certain criteria mean the whole thing fails, and we want to just throw it away. Right? That is the worst thing you can be doing. And also, if you are dealing, yeah, absolutely, Georgie, focus. It's so hard for us as creatives, as high achievers, as people who have a lot of ideas, smart women, and Jeffrey, you're here too, smart men. We have ideas. We like, also, if we're an entrepreneur, we probably like a bit of risk, right? We like, dangling our feet off the edge. And part of that is creating new things and seeing how you go with it. But a lot of that can be very, very dangerous. It can cost you a lot of money. Trust me, it's cost me absolutely, probably at least seven figures it's cost me in doing it. I don't want you to do that now. So that's why I'm not offering the retreats. That's why I don't offer the Facebook ad stuff anymore, because that's focus. Because I know what I do well, and I know what I really enjoy, and I enjoy working with great clients. I love my clients. I want to work with them over time, because there's different problems at different times that they need to work through to really get continued and sustainable results. This isn't about like fast little tactics and strategies. I'm going to care for you in my cocoon, right? You come in, I am going to make sure as hell that you succeed, right? And that is what I want to focus my time and energy on. Oh, Abby, you said something else before as well. I think I missed your comment, and then I'll come back to that one. Work out how much time you need to invest in creating or redoing content. No, just forget about going down that rabbit hole. That's the other rabbit hole that people go down. Then they go, oh, well, now I need all this content, and I've got to create that, so I can't launch it until I've done the videos, or I've created a sales page, or I've done... insert any delaying resistance creation factor, right? And there's heaps of them out there in online business. You could be tinkering with what font you're going to put on your website, right? You can be putting a plugin on your WordPress site, and that can burn 2 hours really, really quickly. So when we think about, we've got time for delivery, we've got time for marketing, we've got time for strategy, right? Time for delivery content, those. But once you add them all up, as you know, right, looking at your to-do list is probably this long, you never get to the end of it, right? What I want to say is that, yes, I'm saying you can absolutely reduce the amount of time it takes to deliver magic to your clients by having a mastermind, because you've got that leverage time to where, you have group calls, but you still give individual laser focus there. But make no mistake, the marketing takes a lot of time. That's why I say get one offer, because just optimizing that can take quite a bit of time once we add them up. I don't really want you working more than 20, 30 hours a week, because guess what? You get burnt out. It's not a lifestyle kind of business when you're working 80, 100 hours a week. And trust me, I've done that. I've done that when I had Done For You Facebook ads agency. I had my mastermind. I had some other online courses, and oh my goodness, no wonder I couldn't do any of them overly well, right? Like none of them got to 7 figures, because I had all my time and attention fragmented, because I wasn't confident enough in just, picking a horse and riding it. And that's what I want for you. I want you to pick a horse and ride it, because that will be the path again and again. My beautiful friend Janice Duffield Thomas is a perfect example of this. She picked one course, one offer, which was her Lucky Bitch Money Bootcamp. Now I think it's just called Money Bootcamp. She does have her Sacred Money Archetypes now, but that's all right. That's just like a relatively easy online course. But for many years, she just did her Money Bootcamp, and that got her to the 7 figures before she branched out. So what I'm saying is, I'm not denying you your fun of shiny objects or your ability to be able to help people with other areas. Just let's get one absolutely humming first, and then we can go on to the others. Hence why people work with me for 12 months or more, because we might be working on the next offer once they've got one dialed in, right? So Abby, I really just want to say, do you need to spend a lot of time creating videos, handouts? No. So my first mastermind that I created, let me tell you exactly the thing. So I think if you were here on my first session, I told you I was in Marie Forleo's mastermind. That was the first mastermind that I joined. I've joined several since, and they're all great. But after being in that, I was then in another mastermind, which was, I think at the time, it was James Schramko's mastermind, who's an Australian coach, who's awesome. But I was thinking I was doing a lot of ads. He actually gave me the strategy to develop an Facebook ads agency. Do all done for you Facebook ads work, grow it, do a team, blah, blah, blah. It just wasn't really my creative vibe, right? I knew that I wanted to support women to rise up, support each other. There's not enough places where women support, understand, and inspire each other. So I wanted to create those like little mini, curate those groups of women who are going to help lift each other up and connect. And I knew I wanted to do that. I just didn't really know how I was going to do it. But I knew I could help people with online marketing. I'd definitely done that with the Facebook ads. I'd uncovered that, yes, I'd help them with their ads, but their message was always time and time again not right. The offer wasn't quite right. The steps from going to cold to converted were not right. So I knew I had more of a process to help them with. But I didn't actually even have that honed in. So now, after all these years, this is exactly what I do with my clients, get them to do that so that they can start getting more systems and leverage and time back in their masterminds. But essentially I was kind of doing one-on-one coaching in a group environment. So I had no online course. I had no downloads. I had no handouts, Abby, right? I charged $9,000 for 6 months. I did a live workshop. I did ads to a live workshop to invite people to the event. I had some other strategy calls. I think maybe I did a webinar. I don't even remember doing a webinar, but it was back in 2013. I had done webinars around then, but I don't know if I did one to fill the 9 spots, right? So I had no online course. What I did build in then was I had a monthly one-on-one. I had weekly group calls, as I still do now, because they work so well, because it's amazing the power of you being able to see yourself in other people, right? So often, I mean, people who are in my mastermind come to my calls every week. They don't just go, oh yeah, okay, we can't be bothered with that anymore. Like it is transformative. It's got that layer of accountability, but you've also got the strategy, you've also got the customization, the support of having to be showing up, asking questions, changing, knowing that I know where you are, right? What you need and where you'll need to pivot and change, and have you done what you need to do? There's all that kind of element. So I had, in that $9,000 mastermind, but I did have some live in-person retreats as well. It was a great deal, right? You'd be thinking, oh, I was thinking, how am I going to charge $9,000? But now I look back and go, oh my God, I was giving that away. And as it turned out, that was, what people say. They're still like, oh my God, that was awesome. But people who've been in my programs, they love that connection and the group and just the insights that they got. And we used to be able to bring Denise Duffield-Thomas. I used to get her to my mastermind. She'd help coach with me. It was like amazing. And it still is amazing, because now you even get that goodness at a way more accessible price, right? And this is still 7 years on. But back then, now I have beautiful content that you can go through, and you have handouts and downloads and videos. You have all of that beautiful stuff laid out, and you follow that, and I can assure you that's going to work. But I know that alone doesn't work. You need me too, right? You need my customized strategies for you, and you need my hands-on support and help. So Abby, let yourself go from that. You could even, if you wanted to, if you're feeling worried, and I know you were looking at doing a shorter offer, you can start with a shorter offer. That's what I did with mine at the 6 months. If you want to do it, I know you were talking 4 to 6 weeks. I think you've got to give people the ideal container to get things moving and support them as they, as they grow into the solution. So I would probably say, even if you started with a 3 month to get moving, and you did live training calls each week, which will become your video content. So if you broadcast that on GoToMeeting, for example, or Zoom, you can record those and pop those in your membership site. You can get them transcribed, just like Christine's beautiful video. You can get those transcribed into handouts, and you can do simple workouts. No, there's no simple workouts, but you can do simple worksheets that go along with those, okay, as you go each week. So build it as you deliver it. So don't go into resistance mode. I know it doesn't feel consciously like you're doing that. You're just trying to plan and make things happen. I want you, Abby, I think you are ready to go. I would love you to go and do a live, almost it's like a cross between a webinar and a Facebook Live, where you just show up like this, but you're running through, you know, the system and the things that you will teach, the common mistakes that happen, maybe layer in some testimonials there, and then invite them to have a call with you. Then on that call, make their offer into the program. And even if you want to do like a 3-month one to start, and it's 5,000, if they make a decision on the call, it's 3,000. I'm just saying that off the top of my head, but that could be a way that you could be getting, you know, I would imagine you could get 4 clients in the next couple of weeks at that price point, and then create all the way that, you know, work out, okay, what do people need? It's like your little lab that you're testing, even though you're really committed. You don't have a huge amount of people, so you're not going to let them just wander along and watch a few videos. You're going to make sure they're going to get great results. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. Don't go down that content creation rabbit hole. It is killer. So content before launch. I'm telling you right now, you need none apart from going in Facebook Live, okay? So no, don't think that you have to create a lot of content. If you don't have the content or the structure yet, build it as you go every week, right? And start getting clients in, and you're getting paid to create the content. But also build in more one-on-one support, because they are going to need that. What you have to always keep in mind is, how am I going to get my clients great results? Not how much will they pay, how little can I give them and still get away with it, right? It's like, how much value can I give them? So they're just like, oh my God, this is great, without overwhelming them. Because in truth, most people don't really want to watch videos, and in truth, most people don't even want to work with us, right? We're like a necessary evil to get where they want to go. I know I'm a necessary evil to get people the success that they've been battling and struggling to find. Some people will identify that, yeah, okay, well, I know I need that outcome. That's what I'm investing in. They'll stay because they love working with me and they love the community, and also that mastermind just, the power of it, I cannot tell you. It's so amazing, especially to keep your clients coming back again and again. What if I invited you to think that your clients could work with you for longer than 6 weeks? They could work with you for 6 years, for example. And people go, oh, but then they won't be getting a result. No, they're staying for a community. They're staying for you. They're staying to keep growing. Most amazing empire builders, people who built companies or businesses or whatever, they don't do it in 6 months, right? They go on a journey. So if you can go on that journey and you can create amazing solutions for their problems that keep coming up, you're going to extract so much more value per client and the transformation. And that's what the mastermind gives you room to do, because you have room within that mastermind container to support them at different levels wherever they may be, because you're not going, I'm selling this for 197, I've got to keep churning. And even Georgie, I know you're on the call and you have an amazing a course out there for people who are struggling to get to get the weight loss that they want, or perhaps they've had weight loss surgery and they've blown out and they want to come back, right? They want to get back to that post-surgery weight. And you have that 397 course because you've got a couple of little baby, or like a toddler and a little baby, right? You want that time. You can't do that clinic time because you're still in that mode of doing the one-on-one clinic time, and that, so you feel like if I have to work with clients on a deeper level, I have to work with them in that way. You don't. You can still have the leverage of providing a little more support along with that course, charging a lot more, but still having the ability to do that online, and that's pretty transformational. So that's what I mean when I'm talking about a mastermind. You are caring for your clients. You care about their results because you're not compromised by the price that you're charging. So when people are saying, have I got a mastermind or not? Well, you'd have a mastermind if you have a group of connected, a community of connected people in your group. You'd have a mastermind if you're charging at least $997. I've got clients who charge $497. That's fine. We still work with that. But generally, the power of the connected community isn't there at that price. People aren't as invested in showing up. You can't get that live touch, that real connection. So make no mistake. Don't get scared of that. It doesn't mean you have to work harder. Actually, it's fun, and also it's leverage. So you bring the power of the collective together to make that mastermind happen, okay? It goes beyond just your expertise, right? It creates a really, really powerful container for transformation. So that's why I recommend it. And then you only need one offer. You don't need your $7 tripwires, upsells, downsells. Well, like, you know, blow your brains out. It's so hard to do all that, particularly if you don't have a big team, particularly if you don't have a lot to invest straight up. Use the power of Facebook and its free opportunities. This group, Abby, you've got everything there that you need. Trust me, you just probably need to have a think about, and if you want to jump on a call, anyone who wants to kind of map out, okay, what are the things that they need to make this happen? If they're still kind of going, I'm not sure, ask in the group if you want to, it's fine, or book in victoriagibson.com/call. If you're ready to create your own mastermind, if you're ready to activate that and get paid, then you need to take action. Doing what you've done before isn't going to get you there. You can see even with the tools, people want to then create like extra steps and delay getting paid or making the offer. I want to get you there. I want to shortcut that approach. Or if you have got an offer that's not giving you the flow, you've got a few stumbling blocks there, let's get those stuck. And that may happen on a call. You don't have to join my mastermind because you jump on the call. But what we will do is identify like your next best steps to making this happen. So definitely that invitation is there. If you've got any other questions about structuring as well, here we go. Love group work. Everyone learns so much from each other, don't they, Christine? It's so great. My course webinars, Kathy, are you talking about the webinar, like my actual training webinars when we're in the course, or the live group calls? The live group calls that I do every week in my mastermind are on at 9 a.m. Melbourne time, which I believe is 4 or 5 p.m. Eastern. I think at the moment it changes with daylight savings. Sometimes it goes 5 or it can go up to 7 p.m. Eastern time. So generally it's very US and Oz friendly. Not at this time. I don't do mine this late. So they're earlier. And they typically go for a couple of hours on that. That's a Thursday, but it's your Wednesday. So it's your Wednesday night, our Thursday morning. They go for a couple of hours and we really sort of dive in. We can screen share, add copy, ads, whatever we're doing, or it's great, this is what I've done in developing like my branding archetypes. So we have like a whole, I'm licensed in the branding archetype system, which enables you to work out, okay, what are my unique brand archetypes that then apply and overlay to the work that I do. Then we go to the message to market. So what is your marketing message? You will have that. You can go as fast or as slow as you want with that, but we want to go fast, right? So that's one element. Then another element is then how do we create your proprietary system? How do we move and get those repeatable steps that you take your clients through? And then what elements can you offer in the program and the delivery to create the customization to ensure those results? How do you then price it, right? Then we move to the promotion, because once we've got all those elements in place, then we're ready to promote. The problem is everyone wants to go to promotion first. Well, okay, I want to run my ads. Well, hang on, let's just make sure we've got your message, your message to market right. You've got your leveraged IP that's aligned to who you are, that's aligned to the results that you've got, and then we can go to promoting. So then we go to, okay, I'll set up your ads. We'll know what's the perfect funnel for you. What do those landing pages look like? I've gone through, even with some of my mastermind clients, sharing, they've created their own landing page, and I'm like, no, I know you don't want to pay for lead pages, but let me just show you how different that can be when I change up the copy and we put it on lead pages, right? So we might even go into that detail, and so I'll create it on lead pages for her and go, blah, 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 done. Okay, here's the copy, right? That's where we'll run ads, and we'll set up the initial ads. The client that I'm talking about there, Terralyn, had it was kind of like freedom from anxiety program. So she was a psychotherapist helping people in clinic one-on-one. And then she was able to go, okay, well, I don't want to do that anymore. Sorry, little messages kept coming up on my phone. Don't want to do that anymore. How can we worked through the curriculum that we've got in Mastermind Success Secrets. We worked through that to go, what's your message to market, after she'd brainstormed a few people she had worked with or that she wanted to work with, so we could dial in that highest value segment that we talked about yesterday in session 3. If you haven't watched that, go back and watch how to do that. It's session 2. Session 2. session 2, pinpointing your marketing message, right? So we pinpointed her marketing message. We then developed a repeatable system, her signature system, what everyone kind of needed to go through to fulfill on the promise that she made of transformation, right? Once she had that framework, it makes it so much easier to build out your content, so much easier to deliver your program and structure your program. Like, that is the key. You need a signature system. What are the repeatable steps that people need to get there? Now, where everyone goes with that is into the minutiae, into the process. Now, I know that you need some of that there to get your head around that, but what I then help them do is help them develop, create great sort of marketing outcomes around those, what they look like, what they can, how they can connect with their ideal client. But also, you'll have everything you need. Once you've got that, you've got everything you need for all your content, all your live streams. You can pull out so many topics from just that signature system. You can also create your webinar. You could create your live launch like this. You could create just a series of Facebook Lives and start your initial ads from that. But what we want to identify is what's going to be the repeatable lead generation tool that you're going to be using. Then we make sure that we get that up and running. I've got a webinar template, so you can have an automated webinar. That's one of the methods that I use. Ads to automated webinars, to calls to join the program, right? Average cost per acquisition or cost per acquisition of a mastermind client for me doing that is about it can vary to between $350 and $500, $600, depending on time of the year, competition, how on it I am with my ads. So, you think about that. So even if people say, oh, I don't know if I'm ready to spend $750 a month with you, it's like, okay, well, are you ready not to? Like, are you happy with your business where it is? And I just suggest you, if you are, then awesome. Take all of this advice, do it, go for it. Hopefully you've got some really good advice and actionable insights that you can get moving with. I have no problem with that. But if you're ready to actually have someone move you along where you need to go, make sure your course corrected and on track, then this is going to be the best possible way to do it. I think it's a steal if you can start bringing in an average client of like $7,000-8,000 costing you $300. That might not be for everyone. It's definitely not a promise of that's what can happen for you. I can help guide you in what could be possible on a call. So victoriagibson.com/call. If you don't find a time, let me know. Just message me. Just give me a bit of time. And my inbox is getting super full from this group and I keep losing messages. So don't just be patient, or let me know, or tag me in a post and just say, hey, I sent you a DM. I haven't got a reply yet. That's cool. Hopefully that helps. So how are you going to get your clients great results, Abby? Yes. How much value is there? You're going to show them a way to have a thriving personal concierge business, right? At the moment, I guarantee they're running around, they're dropping things off, they're doing like one-off Airtasker jobs when they could be getting monthly clients. That you can be teaching them the mastermind model of having ongoing clients who need support. I tell you what, I obviously have my cleaner who comes all the time. It's kind of like a recurring thing, right? But I would love just a house organizer who organizes the minutia of my life, right? Okay, so my Optus dongle thing isn't working. I need them to call Optus and pretend to be me, because Optus probably will not talk to them if they don't think it's me, right? I need someone to do all that. I'll pay a monthly amount for someone to organize my life. Like I could, Abby, are you in Melbourne? Tell me, right? And I would love that. That would be a legitimate business expense for me, because it would free me up from all the distraction of running a household. I'm a single mother. I got 2 teenage kids, right? All of that stuff, like getting the school forms filled in or going online, all that stuff that just, keeps me stuck doing crap that's low value tasks. So you're going to show people how to do that. There are people out there like me, and you've probably got them as clients who are more than happy to invest on a monthly recurring basis rather than them running here, there and everywhere. How do they identify that a job on Airtasker is actually worth their time? Or how do they position themselves as a higher value solution so they're not just caught in the bloodied waters of competing for price? I can already see all the sections laid out. We just map them out and go, okay, they're the 6 kind of pillars of what you're going to teach. The overall outcome is to create a thriving personal launch concierge business from home that doesn't get them burnt out, that earns them great income, and that they love, and they get clients they love doing it without competing with the masses, right? It's that sort of, we just need to land the right position there. Christine's asked, is it better to do a live launch or a webinar? Well, I do both because I love the fact that my webinars can be ongoing. I mean, if I was in your inbox every week, the way I have been this week, right? I know there's a lot of emails, I'm sorry, but I need to tell you about the replay in case you missed it. I need to tell you what's coming up, otherwise you're not going to come and get the goodness, okay? So I'm not going to do a live launch. I'm going to do these like maybe every 6 to 8 weeks. Each time the program it goes up in price, right? So that happens. Oh, I'm going to have to wrap this up too. Just saw a message come up. My daughter needs to go, I need to drop her somewhere. So I suggest doing both, but if you're just getting started, some people find a lot of resistance around the webinar, around the doing the slides, around the whole, I've got a beautiful template, and when I say to you, go draft that out based on the work that we've done in the worksheets in our program, and then I'll help you curate it. It doesn't have to be perfect. Go do it, then give it to me, and then I'll comment on the slides, I'll change slides around, we'll get it all hunky-dory. Then I say, go record it. Just give it a run through and see what it looks like. And then you can do that live, right? So I love an automated webinar. I think it's a really powerful tool. Christine, come tomorrow. I'm going to talk about webinars as well, and a bit more of the minutiae there. But I love this because this is just so beautiful and live. But obviously I can only do this every couple of months, whereas a webinar can be going all the time. This live launch is a great way to just jump in and be doing it as you go. Like if you want to start getting clients, you're ready to go, you've got some things to share, you can do it more off the cuff. It's less produced. So it's got some really great opportunities with that, okay? Hopefully that answers your question. I think Georgie's got a thumbs up. No worries, lovely. Oh yes, by course, Kathy, hopefully you heard the timing on those group calls. And you have Kartra, no worries. You can use Kartra. You don't have to use lead pages. People have been inboxing me, well, what tech tools would I need if I join your program? Look, really, you don't need any. I mean, I can teach you how to be using Facebook and do a live launch like this if you want, but you're probably going to need an opt-in page, right? Well, maybe, I'll give you a suite of tools. You can choose which one you'd like to use, right? Oh, good, Abby. I wish you would. That would be so good. Oh, you're in Melbourne, Abby? Oh, let's talk. Absolutely. Leanne said, have a question, bit random. Would you also suggest not using Boost? Oh, for your Facebook ads? Yeah, don't use Boost to post. Sometimes you can test it and they get a bit of momentum, but in general, no, use ads. Kathy, it is Mastermind Success Secrets. I'll DM you a link to the page that's got, all the jazz on it if you just want to kind of look at that, or if you want to book in for a call and find out if that's a fit. But I'm sure, Kathy, you sound like you're a woman who just likes to know the details and get it sorted. And I'd be more than happy to help you with that. So I will send the link to you. I think it's victoriagibson.com/mastermind/success/ mastermind-success secrets. Yes. But anyway, I'll send it to you. Otherwise, yeah, book a call and I can sort of, quickly get you kind of unhooked. But I know those calls are filling up fast. There's not a lot of times there. So if that is the case, then message me and ask any questions if you want to privately. Just give me a little bit of time to come back to you. I'm happy to give you outlines of what the work would be that we do together. But also I want to kind of give you some insight into what that could look like. So yeah. It's kind of like having your own marketing agency on tap, although I'm not a marketing agency. But anyway, I know I can get you unstuck. Hopefully, this isn't just, oh, hey, like some little tool I learnt the other day to say, hey, do a mastermind. It's kind of the moment. People are talking about it. I've been doing it since 2013. I believe that this works. I believe it is the tool that is going to create a lot more ease, flow, and better client results. It is firmly what I believe. This is not some fly-by-night strategy. It's a lasting one, and one I really have my heart behind. So hopefully that's helped you. If you've got any more questions on, we needed to talk about the workbook. How's me in this workbook? See how I'm just systems are really hard for me, but we did the recap. So we talked about start consistently using Facebook ads to connect with Facebook Lives and conversation. 2, follow up with retargeting and call to action, and build in automation. That's what we talked about yesterday. So day 4 today, it's without a mastermind. Geez, this is really complex and stretching you, isn't it? And then mastermind again down there. A mastermind gives you the leverage of an online course, but with the better results and the opportunity to drive more income. It's a hybrid approach that builds on your online course but integrates community, connection, and intimacy, which is the power of the collective. I love it. A mastermind becomes bigger than you because of the community connection, that collective, the power of the third mind. We talked about that yesterday. Taking your clients to a level of transformation you cannot do alone. Your market will invest in outcomes, not processes. And that's what we've got to get. And that's what we do with the signature system. That will really help you lock down your mastermind. You don't have to create all the content for that. You just have to have the roadmap of those steps. People get really stuck. That one's really hard to do alone. So the mastermind gives you the opportunity to create perpetual income and automated marketing. You only need 2 to 5 customers per month to make $10,000 a month, right? Depending, your prices will be different, right? You can get started with just one person. So your homework, how long should your mastermind ideally be? Like, brainstorm this in the group. Well, I'm here to help you and guide you. What should you include? I can also do that on a call. What should you exclude, and how will you support your mastermind clients to take action? I'll pop a thread in here, and then I want you to jump in. I want you to work for your chance for a Sephora gift card. Jeffrey, you can give that to your wife. She might be really happy with that. Anyway, workbook there. If not, just know the power of what this can do. Start thinking, post in here, direct message me, whatever you need to sort of get clear. I don't want you off then creating a big mound of tasks to do before you jump in. Like, once you know that this can work, this can be your only strategy. Like I said, this isn't a fly-by-night, seat of your pants kind of thing. This is something I've been doing for years, and it works, and that's why a lot of people are doing it, and you're hearing a lot about it. You don't have to be a guru. You don't have to be certified. This can be something that you can do in your business now to get your clients amazing results. So, I love being here. I'm going to be here again tomorrow, and I cannot wait. But in the meantime, there's a recap page, victoriagibson.com/recap. If you want to book a call with me or just message me and ask me some questions, please do. I'll check my page and my personal profile, but victoriagibson.com/call. No charge, no obligation, just really an opportunity to get clear on where you're at and how this model could work for you. All right, have a great night and a great day, and I'll see you soon.